Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of Universe Mode here on WWE 2k23. We're here with NXT 2.0 and it's a special edition because this is the 1 year anniversary since NXT went 2.0. So we have a big show headlined by an NXT Championship match here tonight live in Orlando, Florida. But let's not waste any more time. Let's see what's on store for the 1 year anniversary. First off, we'll see an 8-man battle royal. For the winner will be the #1 contender to the NXT Championship, a stacked field. Andre Chase, Axiom, Rich Holland, JD McDonough, Cameron Grimes, Noam Dar, Tyler Bate, and Veer Mahan will all battle over the top rope for that opportunity. Then we'll over to the women's side of things. Fallon Henley will take on Kiana James one-on-one. Henley will have Briggs and Jensen in her corner, while James will have her newfound friend in Duke Hudson in hers. Ikemen Jiro in his huge profile will take on Joe Gacy. 6-woman tag action. Toxic Attraction takes on the champs Miko Satomura and Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez. In our main event, NXT Championship on the line, Clash of Champions rematch. Gunther defends against Wolfgang. Tyler Bate is the winner of the Battle Royal. He's now the new #1 contender to the NXT Championship. Kiana James picks up another win over Henley. She's been on quite a roll. Joe Gacy picks up the win over Jiro. Now it's time for our 6-woman tag team match. Toxic Attraction versus Jade, Perez, and Satomura. Before we get into the next match, we actually found Miko Satomura laid out backstage, and look who is right there, Mandy Rose. So Satomura is down. It doesn't look like she's in any sort of condition to compete in this next match. So instead of being 6-woman tag, this will now be a 2-on-3 handicap match. So it's up to the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions to do something about it. And here is one half of the champ. I'm introducing the ring announcers to back on. I turned them on. Let me know in the comment section below what you think of that. Also, make sure you drop that like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more Universe Mode content. I appreciate the support on the series so far, and I'm excited to bring you guys more episodes. As well as if you would like some Rogue Energy, just use the referral link that's in the description of all of my videos. Mr. Rob is your code, and you get 10% off your purchase. But Perez is now in the ring. And now here comes her tag team partner. It is Cora Jade, the other half of the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions.
And her partner from Chicago, Illinois, one half of the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions.
Cora Jade, what a career it's been for her in NXT. It's been ups and downs, but she was able to capture the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships with her best friend here in WWE, Roxanne Perez, knocking off Toxic Attraction. It's not going to be easy because they have to face off against the full trio handicap match. Satomura not going to be able to compete in this contest. So that gives these three women quite the advantage. As here they come. Toxic Attraction, that is JC Jane. That is G.G. Dolan. And of course, in the middle, the leader of the group, Mandy Rose, now the former NXT Women's Champion. And she lost that title back at Clash of Champions to Satomura. Took out her frustrations backstage. Mandy Rose wasn't without a little bit of controversy. Had her hand on the bottom rope in that affair. Ref did not see it. And she lost the title on that night. So Rose has, I would say, a claim to that championship. She will get a rematch sometime in the future. So we do know that. We also know that she was behind the attack of Miko Satomura in the back. But nonetheless, it is time for action. The 1 year anniversary show must go on. Hold on, before the bell even rings, JC Jane with a cheap shot on Roxanne Perez. She has to make a quick tag to her partner before she's already down the outside. So not only does Toxic Attraction lay out Satomura backstage, but now a cheap shot as the bell rings to their opponents tonight. Taking any corner they can are these three ladies. As you saw them make their way to the ring here tonight, there was no championship gold around any of their waists. It's such a rare sight. As Cora Jay's now all fired up. She is pissed off. Fez pressed right hands down on Dolan. So Toxic Attraction maybe a little bit desperate to get gold around their waist, trying to do anything possible to take out the champions here of NXT. We know Mandy Rose has a title shot in the future against Satomura, while Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez, they knocked off Toxic Attraction to win the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship. So there's a nice Hurricane Rana takedown. Cora Jade has been all systems go since she tagged into this contest. Roxanne Perez has made her way back up to the apron. But we don't know necessarily who will be the next contenders for Jade and Perez. Yes, Toxic Attraction are the former champs. They are two-time NXT Women's Tag Team Champions, so it's hard to doubt them as #1 contenders, but they have not secured that spot yet, so maybe that's why we're seeing Toxic Attraction be a lot more aggressive here tonight. They want another chance, not only Mandy Rose at the NXT Women's Championship, but JC Jane and Gigi Dolan for the Women's Tag Team Championships. That's a match I would like to see the rematch in the future. JC Jane now is tagged in, and she is firmly in control, so they're able to weather the early storm of Cora Jade. And Jade will take a quick tag to Mandy Rose, who will check in legally for the first time in this contest. Her 315-day raid coming to an end at our last PLE in WWE 2k23 Clash of Champions. If you did not see that show, we unified all of the NXT with the NXT UK Championships. And Satomura won in a very hard-fought match, but Mandy Rose had a hand on the bottom rope. Ref did not see it. Satomura is your undisputed champion, which is why Mandy Rose is in this predicament without a championship around her waist. As now Roxanne Perez has re-entered the fray, and she's going to hit toss down Rose. These two have a little bit of history. They've gone one-on-one in the past. It was Mandy Rose who was victorious on that night, but Perez and Jade have been at war with Toxic Attraction for quite some time as they try to go for a pinfall here on Mandy Rose. And they're able to put the first chink in the armor with their tag team win against Dolan and Jane. Right now in the corner is a stiff right elbow by Mandy. That drops Roxanne in the corner, and just stomping away is Mandy Rose. An aggressive side. She went for a takedown there. Perez able to block, and there's a nice basement drop kick. Down goes Rose. That gives Perez, she's actually not going to give her time to breathe. There's a diving crossbody through the ropes. Takes down Rose. And that's what you got to do, is 2-on-3 handicap. You don't have the numbers. So whenever you do have the upper hand, you've got to take advantage of it. And Perez is doing just that. Now actually going to make her way over to Jane. Got a little bit distracted there. As you can see, Gigi Dolan there also talking some trash, and the distraction allows Mandy Rose to get the upper hand with a big clothesline, but Perez quickly takes her right back down with a hip toss. And now on the outside, the standing moonsault corkscrew. Nice move there by Perez. Ref up to a count of 6 here, though, as these two just continue to wage war on the outside. And he will get Perez. Oh, looked like tried to throw her back in the ring, but Dolan was there to block, trying to get a count-out win here. You can see Dolan jumps off the apron, but Perez is able to beat the counts. Don't want to get stuck in the corner of your opponent. Hold on a second. Pop rocks out of nowhere. Perez with the win, and that's the numbers disadvantage of the champions here tonight. No matter what, there's always going to be somebody there to break it up, and that's just what happened. Perez hit pop rocks on Rose. That could have been it. And instead, Mandy Rose able to get another release on life here. And she's going to go now for a pinfall on Perez. Gets one count, though, before Perez is able to kick out. Mandy Rose looks like she's going to go make a tag in the corner. Perez has to pull herself up by the ropes, as here comes Gigi Dolan. And Perez looks like she's in a prime position here for some offense off Toxic Attraction, just choking her across that top rope. No love lost between these two competitors. As I say that, Perez able to drag Dolan to her side of the ring. This is a much-needed tag. Here comes Cora Jade, and a shot right to the midsection. Now isolating Toxic Attraction. That's why these two women are your tag team champions. As there's a big thrust kick right on the button. Down goes Dolan, and now just repeated stomps to the chest of her opponent. Cora Jade now looking all sorts of good here. Trying to keep Dolan in her own corner. This is textbook tag team offense. Another tag. Roxanne Perez will rejoin the fray. And how about a double back body drop? Down goes Dolan. The champs looking good here despite the numbers disadvantage. Not allowing Dolan to make it to her corner now. And Perez, she's going to go for Pop Rocks again. This time Dolan goes down. Doesn't hold the pin though. Maybe a little bit of time wasted. Now going to go for it, but Rose is already in the ring. Cora Jade can't get there in time. And even if she does take care of Rose, which it looks like she's going to do, you still got JC Jane on the apron. As there's an STO, down goes Perez. Dolan now back in charge, and hold up a Russian leg sweep for good measure onto Jade, trying to stretch her out. She's not the legal competitor, so you can't get the win there. I guess you can do some damage. As you can see, Jade has to roll to the outside. So now Perez is all alone here. All right, now jumps over the top. Dolan hits the ropes, and there's a nice drop kick to the sternum. Down goes Dolan. Perez now trying to go for the pin here, but Jane, you can see flying across your screen to break that one up. And Perez has nobody to tag. Dolan's trying to make a tag, but that's a long way across the ring. And poor Jade has made her way back to her corner. I think Gigi might be a little out of it, crawling to the wrong side of the ring. This is not where you want to be. This is where Dolan has found herself over too much. We celebrate 1 year of NXT 2.0 tonight. As on a second knee bar attempt now by Dolan. This time Jade able to cut off JC Jane. So this is a big opportunity, but Gigi is able to fight out of it. That might have been it. Mandy Rose, though, into the fray. Dumps Cora to the outside. But meanwhile, back inside, Roxanne has Dolan up on her shoulders. But Gigi able to fight out the back door. Right hand for good measure. Sends Perez against the ropes. Dolan gonna spin her. Nice arm drag takedown. Isolating Perez again. Roxanne is just gonna keep on fighting. Has that tenacity, but Dolan desperately makes a tag. And here comes Mandy Rose. And she quickly plants Perez. This should be it. Gets one, gets two, but no. Roxanne Perez able to stay alive in this contest. But Mandy Rose lining her up for the huge knee right on the button. Good night, Roxanne. That should be enough. Gets two this time, but no. Cora Jade there in just the nick of time, able to break up the pinfall. And the champions are still alive in this handicap match, if you believe it or not. This is not a good position, though, for Roxanne. I don't know how much she has left in the tank. She was able to kick out of the first maneuver. Is now Rose into the pinfall. Perez in a lot of trouble here, but Cora, again, able to break it up. You can only break up these tags a certain amount of times. Roxanne has to make it across the ring. She's just now stirring. And now JC Jane is locked in. Has a hold of Roxanne, makes her hit the ropes, and runs into her. Shoulder block did not take down Perez. And now look at Roxanne firing a couple of shots. Right hand uppercut, tried to get away, but JC from behind, not going to allow that to happen. There's a back right elbow. It takes down Perez. She needs to make the crawl. Trying to get there, but now from behind, here comes Mandy. And just a slap across the face. Just utter disrespect. Just tee it off on Roxanne Perez. Keep fighting, Roxanne. Stay in this one. There's Rose now for a cover. Cora again having to get there. Ref actually gets knocked down in the crossfire. So this could be a blessing in disguise for the champions. They cannot be pinned here if there is no ref. But they desperately need to get back in this one. Jade is now not in the corner. And JC could be lining up for the kill shot. That spinning roundhouse kick right to the face, signaling it's over. Perez could be down. Ref back to his feet. Going to make the count. It's slow, but the ref at this point could count to 100, and it's not going to matter. Toxic Attraction picks up the win. The champs fought hard, but there's only so much you can do in a 2-on-3 scenario. And now Toxic Attraction, yes, it was a handicap win, but JC is able to pin Perez. You have to think that Dolan and Jane will get one more shot at the NXT Women's Championship sometime in the near future. We'll have to see when that is, but it's a big win here tonight for Toxic Attraction. They're able to pin the NXT Tag Team Champions. Well, it is a special occasion here of NXT 2.0, so we have a very special main event. Rarely do we get to see the NXT Championship on the line here on free television, but that's exactly what we have here tonight, because it is the leaders of their respective groups going at it for a second time. Gallus versus Imperium, a rematch from Clash of Champions, as here comes the former United Kingdom champion in the form of Wolfgang. The leader of Gallus lost the championship to Gunther, and he wanted a rematch, and he got it. Gunther obliged, and that's how we got to this point. Our main event of the 1-year anniversary show. He's been very good with Gallus. Gallus also won the NXT Tag Team Championships at Clash of Champions, and now it's time for Wolfgang to win the big one and complete the trilogy of championships inside Gallus, but it's not going to be easy. Here comes a man that's been a very good NXT champion. The Ring and General Gunther makes his way to the ring as he unified that championship with the United Kingdom Championship at Clash of Champions, and really taking on a new leaf, as you hear from the WWE Universe. Very much a fan of the Ring General as he makes his way to the ring. NXT Championship around the waist, that same title that he won back at the Great American Bash in June when he knocked off the former champion in Braun Breaker. And for the past 3 months, he has not looked back since winning the gold. So he's made it down to the ring, and we're going to head down for championship introductions. We get ready for this NXT Championship match.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the NXT Championship. Introducing the challenger from Glasgow, Scotland, weighing in at 255 pounds, Wolfgang. And his opponent from Vienna, Austria, weighing in at 297 pounds, he is the NXT Champion, Gunther!
Yeah, I think I'm a fan of the official in-ring introduction. I don't know what I was thinking. I don't do it as good as the television announcer. But to this time, that's what it's all about. NXT Championship on the line here. 1-year anniversary of NXT 2.0. We cap it off with the biggest match that we could possibly perform. Who will walk out with the gold? Will it be Wolfgang? Or will it be Gunther? Oh, let's find out. Here we go. Match is official. And both individuals meet in the center of the ring, and it's Wolfgang is going to get to the first shot. Now, these are two big individuals. This is not going to be a clinic, so to speak. Both are very technical wrestlers, but they're also a lot better at their hard-hitting smash mouth offense. You're going to see a lot of heavy strikes. A lot of bruises are probably going to be left over the body after the course of this one. Going to need an ice bath for sure. That's what we saw after their first clash at Clash of Champions. Is Wolfgang on the top row. What's he thinking here? Gunther's all the way down the outside. He's going to go for a big diving crossbody, but Gunther turns it into a power slam. What a catch by the NXT champion as they head to the outside. That's what I'm talking about. Just hard-hitting offense. A huge clothesline there by the champ. As back at Clash of Champions, these two did battle for the first time in our main event. Gunther was able to win on that night, but it took a powerbomb off the top rope to put Wolfgang down for a count of 3. These two will do some damage, and they will take it and continue to fight on. But right now it is Gunther who has the lead. As we've mentioned already, these two groups have been at odds for the past little bit, trying to prove who is the better faction. Is it Gallus? Is it Imperium? Both reigned over their respective brands, but now that NXT is combined into one entity, only one faction can reign atop. Gallus has the tag titles. Imperium has the NXT Championship. One group wants to complete the trilogy of titles. As right now, it's going to be Wolfgang who tries to go for the pinfall to get to that point, but Gunther is able to kick out only after a count of 1. Now Wolfgang throws Gunther into the far corner. He's going to follow up with a strike. And now presses him up against the corner, thinking a big lariat here, and he does. Wolfgang with a huge clothesline into Gunther in the corner. Down goes the big Austrian. And Wolfgang looking to stomp away. There's a midsection shot. Gunther's been very impressive this year in NXT UK. Former United Kingdom champion won a Battle Royal to win that title after it was vacated by the former champion of Ilya Dragunov. And he held that title up until Clash of Champions. There's a big body shot. While Gunther, on the other hand, won the NXT Championship back at the Great American Bash. Held it for 3 months. Pretty good solid title defenses. Beat the former champ Braun Breaker for that title, but has really turned over a new leaf in recent time. We always said that Imperium, where they really live up to what they said. They always said the mat is sacred. They want to protect the integrity of the sport. But then you'll see Imperium go and cut a corner or two, or a cheap shot behind the ref's back. Is that really integrity of the sport? As right here, Wolfgang just huge right-hand shots across the big chest of Gunther's. That's what it's going to take to beat the NXT champion. It's these huge, massive clubbing shots as Gunther just falls to the outside like a ton of bricks. But Gunther and Imperium, recently they've kind of started to live up to what they say. As now Wolfgang again perched up on the top rope. Is he thinking another dive to the outside as Gunther gets to his feet? He is, and he goes for the big shoulder block tackle again. But again, Gunther catches him and turns it into a power slam. So if I'm Wolfgang, I don't know how many times they're going for that same move. It has not worked out twice. And you've been on the receiving end of a power slam all the way to the floor. But Wolfgang still seems to be in control. There's a big boot. Sends the champion down to the mat. But he's quickly back to his feet with a big boot of his own. 2 big boots underneath the jaw. These two competitors continue to just go at it. There's a stiff clothesline by Wolfgang that puts Gunther down. But he's already making his way back up to his feet. Hard-hitting shots. They will take him. That's what I'm saying. These two love to fight. Gunther, the master of the chop. Wolfgang, speaking of chop, here's a chop across the chest. That's actually just a clubbing blow. Wolfgang just grew up just fighting in the pubs in Ireland. So both these two know how to get into a fight as he went for the big chop there. Wolfgang able to duck. And there's just a couple of body shots now. Kick to the midsection. And there's another clubbing blow across the back of the champion. They're able to fight out from underneath. Gets a hold of Wolfgang here. Snap mare. Big chop across the top of the back. And then a kick into the chest for good measure. This huge, hard-hitting chops. Gunther, I don't think anybody throws a better chop than he does. There's a nice gut-wrench suplex. Now Gunther going to try to go for the cover here. Going to try to put away his challenger here. Only gets a 1 count, though, for Ilya Dragunov is able to shoot that shoulder up. So we're going to have to do a lot more offense. There's a kick to the midsection. Gunther starting to fire back, but a nice hip toss. Able to shut down that combination. And it's now Wolfgang who's taking control. We know these two are the leaders of their respective brands, but how about the tag team side of things? Gallus and Imperium, as you have Mark and Joe Coffey are the champs, while Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig Kaiser are the former champions. And you have to think that a title rematch between those two have to be on the horizon. Our next NXT PLE is Halloween Havoc, which is in approximately about 7 weeks at this point, so still got a while to get there. But maybe we'll start to see some of these grudge matches come to an end there. But I have to think another tag team title match between those two teams is on the horizon. As these two made it back into the ring, Wolfgang went for a pump kick, threw it a little too early. And that's going to allow him to lose control as Wolfgang gets sent against the ropes, and these two just collide again in the center of the ring. Nobody trying to give a budge. But this time Wolfgang's just hang up on the top rope, so that'll definitely do it. As now Gunther maybe showing a little bit of frustration here, talking a little bit of trash. Ring General will do that from time to time. So send Wolfgang into the far corner, a big boot right into the mush. As Wolfgang just has to roll outside the ring, try to create a little bit of separation. But Gunther's not going to allow that to happen. He's going to follow to the outside. And now thinking huge powerbomb on the outside. Just deadlift powerbomb. Impressive strength by the NXT champion. But Wolfgang playing a little bit of possum. Able to connect with an insecurity to the side of the head. Going to get the champion back inside the ring. But Gunther waiting for him. No, Wolfgang able to hold on. Now walk Gunther against the far ropes here. What's he have in mind for the reigning champions. He's just going to stretch him out over the top ropes. The former longest reigning United Kingdom champion is what Gunther is, and also the last United Kingdom champion. But he is the reigning NXT champion. He hits the ropes, a nice takedown, double leg style. Down goes Wolfgang, and Gunther showing his dominance here. If he's not careful, he's going to let Wolfgang get back in this match, or he's just waiting for a couple of huge knife edge chops and just ragdolls him across the ring. So Gunther very confident in his work here in this contest, but it's not over until you get the 1, 2, 3 as there's a nice snake eyes. And Wolfgang could be in a lot of trouble here. Now, they're starting to get going. There's a nice German suplex. And now he makes his way to the corner, and Gunther's actually going to the top rope. What does he have in mind here? We don't really see Gunther up here very often. Perched up, Wolfgang getting back to his feet, and he gets met with a huge shotgun drop kick. A big man from the top rope delivering that. It's going to have a lot of force behind it. Gunther in control of this contest, sends Wolfgang again against the ropes. So they just collide again in the center of the ring. Nobody able to get the upper hand in terms of strength, but now Gunther's just going to pick him up on his shoulder and just snake eyes him again into the corner. Wolfgang almost limply falls to a seated position. He's actually going to continue to fight out. He's going to hit, oh no, again, just colliding in the center of the ring. Nobody can get that running offense going. But here's a huge chop to the back for good measure. That has been seen to working by Gunther. He now goes for the pin. This to retain the championship in our main event, but only gets a 2 count. Wolfgang stays in it. He's going to have to do a little bit more if he wants to walk out of here still the NXT champion. And how about a seated senton across the lower midsection. And he's going to head to the top rope again, maybe thinking another one of these shotgun drop kicks. It did work the first time. Actually, no, just going to go fly with a big splash. How many times have we seen Gunther off the top rope with the splash? But I guess if the NXT Championship is on the line, you're going to throw your best shot, tap deep into your arsenal in order to get that victory. As Wolfgang now, a huge German suplex, holds on to the grip. How about a ripcord clothesline, turns Gunther inside out. This could be the opening that Wolfgang needs in order to pick up the victory. Now has the upper hand. The champion on the back foot. Hits the ropes, goes for the big splash, and he connects. Doesn't hold the pin though. Now he's going to go for it. So ref quickly into position here, but only able to get a 1 count on Gunther. As he rolls to the outside, Wolfgang will not allow the champ to breathe. You got to stay on the attack. But Gunther's quickly back to his feet. He's able to get there before Wolfgang does. And now up on his shoulders. What's Gunther thinking here? He's thinking driving him into the barricade. Huge shot to the spine. But Wolfgang's already back up to his feet. And now just a straight right hand shot. More clubbing blows to the back of the champion. He's taking a lot of damage to that region of the body. This one's just been a back and forth hard-hitting affair. Not sure who's going to walk out here with the championship, but how about a shotgun dropkick again by Gunther. Takes Wolfgang down instantly. And then knee for good measure. So you can just continue to throw their best shots, their hardest hitting shot at the other. They know what it's going to take to win this match. So the steel stairs for good effort. Gunther's going to make his way back into the ring at a 6 count. Maybe try to win this by count out. Ref up to a count of 7. Wolfgang got to get back in this one. Gunther can definitely retain the championship by a count out. A win is a win. His ref up to a count of 8 here. Count of 9. Wolfgang's going to hurry up. He's finally back to his feet, and he's just able to beat the 10 count. Ref just barely makes it inside the ring, but a huge chop for good measure. How much does Wolfgang have left in the tank? Can he kick out of this one? He gets 2. Yes, he does. Just able to get that right shoulder up. Gunther can't believe it. Starting to realize it's going to take everything to beat his competitor here tonight. How about just a plant driver into the mat? Down goes Wolfgang. A modified Michinoku driver gets the 2, and that's what it's going to take to get the 3. Gunther wins a hard-hitting NXT Championship match. These two, it's hard to top the first meeting, but I think they delivered. The rematch was almost just as good. NXT Champion is still Gunther. And as he gets to celebrate tonight, that is going to bring it into our 1-year anniversary episode of NXT 2.0. And it's actually breaking news, going to bring an end to NXT 2.0. Because next time you see NXT, it'll be the return of the black and gold brand 2.0. It is time to evolve. 1 year was a great run, But NXT Black and Gold will return next week. I hope you guys are excited for that one. If you are, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you enjoy the Universe Mode content and want more of it. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.